Hello and welcome back. This is Mr. Ferranti, the technology education teacher at the Long Valley Middle School. In a previous video, we showed you how to install Screencastify extension on your Google Chromebook. We also showed you how to create a video recording and a screen recording in Screencastify. In this video tutorial, we'll show you how to use the editing tools that are also available in Screencastify. So in order to access those, you can again come up to your extension window and you can open up Screencastify. You could start with recording like we showed you in the previous video, where you can use it as a webcam to record yourself in a presentation or your desktop or browser tab. Or you can access a video that you've already completed by selecting the My Recordings button. When you select that, you'll get a folder with all of your videos that you've previously recorded. You can select one, and then you can select the Open in Editor tool. Okay. If you wanted to come back to your recordings to pick a different video, you can just come back to the window by clicking the three lines, and this will bring you back to that folder. All right, so if I had this video here and I wanted to do a little bit of editing, I can open this in the editor tool, which is available. And there's been a few changes to this, so if you've used it before, you'll notice that there were a few improvements made. Okay, this opens up a separate window or a separate tab. It will load that recording, and it takes a few seconds to do that, depending on the size of the video. All right, so to do some editing, you have a few options here. You can push the space bar to start playing your video. You'll notice there is a little timeline that you can drag to a specific place. So if you wanted to do some editing right there, you can click that particular clip that you're trying to edit. You can adjust the timeline to where you would like that to happen, and then one of the things you can do is use the cut tool to clip a video, and now that video has two pieces. And if you wanted to delete one, you can click on the one that you want to delete, and you can click the delete button, and that will then get rid of that clip. Control Z will undo any changes that you made. There's also an undo and a redo button up in the top right. Okay, now if I wanted to crop a part of a video, again, I select the clip that I'm looking to work in. You'll notice it gets highlighted in yellow. I can grab my little timeline piece and click where I kind of want that to happen. I can then hit the crop tool over here, and you can draw a rectangle to crop a certain part of your screen. If you wanted to block out some of that, you can then hit done. Okay, now if I back my video up a little bit and I push the space bar, I can play that. And you'll notice that the screen is then cropped a little bit. Okay, I can undo that. Now I'm back to full screen. Okay, and again, another thing you can do is you can zoom in. All right, so at 52 seconds, I'm going to drag this to, let's get this to like 1 minute. Okay. At 1 minute, if I wanted to zoom in on a specific location, I can click this zoom tool. I can drag it to the part of the video window that I want to zoom in on. I can also extend the amount of time I'm zooming in for by clicking down on that little zoom tool that was inserted. And you can see your cursor changes to a double arrow, and you can drag that for as long as you want to zoom in. Okay, now if I was to just back that video up a little bit, all right, and I hit the space bar to play, you'll see at 1 minute, the zoom starts to happen, and then it will last for as long as I adjusted the zoom for. And then it will zoom back out upon completion. Okay, you can also add text. So if you wanted to start your video at the beginning and you wanted to have some text at the beginning of that video, you can add your text tool there. You'll notice you get a little text box that pops up in here, and on your screen you can type the title of the video and by your name, and now you have some text at the beginning. You can boldface that text, italic, underline. You can even change the colors. You can even put some highlight behind that. Doesn't always look good, but it is something that you can do. You can come back and edit that text also. You can change the font style. You can change the size, and you can even center it on your screen vertically and horizontally. Or you can place it at the top, or the bottom, or center. Okay, when you're finished, you can then export your video. And you can export it directly to your Google Drive, which is a good place to put it. If you export it as an MP4, it will then put it back into your files folder. If you recall, in a previous video, we showed you that there was this files folder that gets it's automatically in your Google Chromebook. It's very little bit of storage there that you have, and there's a downloads folder, and you can access that video from there. My preference would be to put it in your Google Drive so you can access it in the cloud. You can rename your video. Again, it's always a good idea to give it the period number that you're in, the title of the project, and then your last name. Okay, once that's done, you can then save that, and that will automatically go to your Google Drive into the Screencastify folder. If you'd like to move it to a specific location, you can do that. You also get a share button at the end of that when the video is processed. If you need to share this, you can copy the link, and then you can add this to Google Classroom to an assignment by copying the link and adding that to your Google Classroom assignment, or you can email it directly to a teacher if that's an acceptable way of submitting your assignment. It's free, it's easy to use, and it does allow you to do some basic editing to improve your videos. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great day.